Good to see you. Very nice. Thanks, Gillian. Good to see you. Are you well? I'm fine, thank you. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Nice spring day for you. On behalf of the Camphill community Glencraig, I am honoured to extend a warm welcome to the President of Ireland, Mary McAleese, and her husband, Dr. Martin McAleese. I would sincerely like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come to Glencraig to share in the 70th anniversary celebrations of the Camphill movement worldwide. The Camphill movement began when a group of young people who fled from Vienna in 1939 arrived in Scotland, and under the leadership of Dr. Carl Kearney founded the first Camphill community in 1940 at Camphill House near Aberdeen to educate children with learning disabilities. Currently, the Camphill movement has over 100 communities in 23 countries. The Camphill movement promotes dignity, social inclusion and human rights for children, young people and adults with learning disabilities. President McAleese's visit here today will help endorse the value of the work of Camphill in Northern Ireland and indeed in Ireland, and the real alternatives it can offer people with learning disabilities and their carers.
Thank you to Gillian for inviting me to be part of this big 70th birthday celebration. It's lovely to be part of the Camphill celebrations. I've never heard on Britain played better. And I know the word Britain means a bridge. It means a bridge. And for so many people here, this place, Camphill, this place, what it represents, what the whole Camphill community right around the globe means, is a bridge to life. It's a bridge to the fullness of life. It's a bridge to being part of a community that shares each other's burdens and shares each other's joys. For every single parent here, for every family member here, there is a moment when you realise that your child is a child who's going to live its life coping with the challenge of intellectual disability, where there's a worry, there's a fear that descends. And that fear that descends comes from the unknown. It comes from the unknown. And really what this place and its philosophy and its sense of community and the sharing that it offers, it transforms that fear and that worry of the unknown into the mystery and the awe of seeing children blossom, flourish, having the fullness of life. So from fear to awe, from fear of what will happen to the child who is the wonderful member of an orchestra, the child who has friends, who has a life, who has independence, who has their own story to tell on their own terms. And the place exists because people dare to start out with the love of a stranger. People commit to this vocation, commit to creating this place, to creating Glencraig and all the other places that I've become so familiar with over the years. I always knew the work of Mourne Grange from living in Rostrevor, but over the years as president I've had the privilege of visiting so many places now where I know, looking at the faces and hearing the stories and unpacking the stories of families, and indeed known many of the families here today, you know from their stories of the deep, deep, deep worry and concern that every loving parent has for their child. It's a burden that you're never free of. That's the simple truth of the matter. But it's a burden that if you carry it alone, boy, is it a lonely journey. It's a tough and lonely journey. In this place, everything about this place says, actually, the journey is shared. The burden is shared. And you know what? When it's shared, it opens up so much possibility. It opens up the possibility for so many ranges of talents and skills and inputs into the life of a child or a young adult. It meets them on their own terms. They put their talent together with the talents of all the people here, and that's where the mystery comes, and that's where the awe is found. And that's what allows parents to sleep contentedly. To sleep contentedly because they know their child is loved, and they know their child is in a loving and caring, good environment, a place to which they can contribute, and a place where they truly matter. I think the philosophy and the existence of, anyway, just think about it for a moment. What would life be like if you did not have this place? What would life be like if you did not have Camphill? What would it be like for so many families who rely on this place and who rely on others like it? What would it be like? It would be like just literally switching off a light in a life, wouldn't it? Just like switching off a light. Because every child and every young adult, whatever their circumstances in life, they are entitled to the fullness of life. And they're entitled to know, what is my fullness? They're entitled to have it revealed to them and to be part of that revelation. And here, this place is dedicated to that. Thank goodness for those who commit to this vocation, because no parent would allow their child to come here, to stay here, to be educated here, to live here, unless they trusted implicitly in this place, unless it had established a loving, caring environment every generation. Nobody could ever afford to drop that baton, and thank goodness that's what's been done here. The vocation has been honoured. It allows parents the joy of mystery, to move from the fear of the unknown to the awe of mystery, to enjoy their children's lives, to sleep easily in their beds at night, to be contented because they know their gorgeous and beloved children are so contented here. So thank you so much for allowing me to share this very special day. Can I thank the wonderful orchestra who did such a brilliant job. I'm told that when a president visits the place, my kids told me this when I visited their school, that having the president visit is worse than having your mother visit your bedroom. There's a tear of work going on, right? Is that right? Yeah. Few people seem to agree with that. So, can I say to all the people who made such effort, can you see all the effort that's gone into the place? The place is shining within an inch of its life. There are flower arrangements and there are tablecloths and there's gorgeous food. And there was a ferocious amount of work went into preparing and rehearsing, right? A huge amount of work. So would you give all the people who did that work the most deserved round of applause?